talk about fire safety, fire prevention tips. I'd like to start by asking any questions. Was anybody ever involved with a fire, had a fire at their house, their apartment, anyway? If I can see a show of hands. Just a few of you. About 3 years ago, I had the unfortunate, early morning discovery of having one, not necessarily at my house, but at my parents' house. And being in the fire service for 13 years, it was something different because we usually go to the fire, put the fire out, clean up. You see the people having a hard time and so forth. You talk to them, get them squared away, and you leave. That's the last you usually hear of it. But this particular night, it was 1:15 in the morning, my radio went off, and I recognized the address as being my parents' house. So to say I was pretty well upset. I rushed down, and there was a lot of fire in the back part of the house. And it's pretty difficult to comprehend as far as what the fire could do in such a short period of time. I got there, my sister and her husband lived next door. They were lucky enough, heard the fire early enough, went over, opened the door, got my parents out. They were fine. But in all the years that I had lived there, I always used to run down the steps because we lived across the street from the fire station. And always ran down the steps to get on the fire trucks to go to a fire. This was the first time I had to run up the steps to deal with the fire. But it's, like I said, pretty difficult. All the things you cherish, family pictures and all that, were smoke stained. It's just something I want you to think about as far as preventing a fire, thinking that it's not going to happen to you. It's not a good attitude to have. You have to excuse me, like she said, we're not good at this yet, so review my notes here. But like I said, we want you to have the attitude that it's not going to happen. My wife looks at me strange usually at night when we go to bed because I'm a stickler. I make sure the coffee pots aren't plugged and the can opener is disconnected and all the lights are out. Nothing that can start a fire. So that's one of my idiosyncrasies, I guess. Also, I don't know how your attitudes are towards fires and the firemen that show up at your building. If you are happy they're here, if you're not happy that they're there, that 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm sure none of them have a good attitude. But the firefighters have to treat every call as though it's real. We don't know if it's something burned on the stove or an accidental alarm. These guys are asleep usually at 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever. You're jolted awake and hop on a truck, rush down here and to find out it's nothing. I'm sure everybody's a little grumpy at 3 a.m. or so in the morning. So I want you to keep an open mind. Think fire safety, review some fire safety tips maybe daily. Do some things in your daily routine that they're a part of your life. To think a little bit more about fire prevention, things you can do to help other people with it, things you can do to help yourself. Like I say, all the firefighters treat all the calls like that they're real. When we get the alarm, we don't know if it's false or whatnot. So we have to give every call as though it's a real fire. We have a little video we want to show you, and it's not to scare you, but it's just to show you the power of the fire and what it can do.
Turn the shades the other way, then it's dark. Yeah. They haven't turned it.
Did we turn off reception?
No, the lights went out.